If you're freelancing and it feels like you're constantly busy, but never quite stable, this is for you. Because freelance chaos is rarely about talent, it's usually about the absence of structure. Today, we're going to walk through how to turn a messy freelance workload into a sustainable service business without losing your independence, your standards, or your sanity. Let's start with the unglamorous bit, structure, because without it, every project becomes a fresh reinvention of how you work, how you communicate, how you deliver, and that drains energy fast. Systemise everything, not in a corporate way, in a stop doing the same mental labour repeatedly way. Start with the tasks you repeat the most: onboarding, proposals, project delivery, handover, feedback rounds. Write the process down, step by step, turn it into a checklist. Save templates in one central place. It doesn't need to be fancy, it can be Notion, Trello, ClickUp, a folder of Google Docs. The point is simple: get the process out of your head, because once it's externalized, you can improve it. You can spot bottlenecks, you can delegate pieces of it later, and you can protect quality even when you're busy. Now, alongside systems, you need control of your calendar. Time blocking is non-negotiable if you want sustainability. Without a disciplined schedule, your day gets swallowed by reactive work, messages, quick calls, last-minute requests, context switching. Time blocking is you deciding in advance what your week is for. Block deep work, block meetings, block admin, block breaks. Protect your best focus hours for high-leverage tasks: strategy, writing, design, coding, the work that actually moves projects forward. And build a rhythm. For example, Monday mornings for planning, afternoons for delivery, Friday for review, invoices, and improvements. Then adjust. Some people thrive with 90-minute deep work blocks. Others prefer shorter sprints. The key is, you're designing your week instead of letting everyone else design it for you. Next, expectations. Clarify deliverables and deadlines. Ambiguity is the enemy of sustainable freelancing. Every engagement needs a clear scope of work. Clear deliverables, clear deadlines, and clear rules for what happens when something changes. That's not just legal protection, it's trust building. It reduces friction. It prevents scope creep. And it keeps projects calm instead of chaotic. Use reusable templates, proposals, statements of work, kick-off emails, and make check-ins part of the process. Weekly updates, milestone reviews, whatever fits. If scope changes, document it. Communicate impact on cost and timeline. No drama, just clarity. And finally, in this first section, money. Manage finances proactively. Prioritize profit over revenue. Erratic income is common in freelancing, but instability isn't inevitable. Track invoices, expenses, and hours. Understand your real margins, and put basic cash flow systems in place. Set aside tax from every payment. Build a buffer for lean months. Use separate accounts if that helps you keep things clean. And don't ignore payment terms. Make them clear. Follow up early. Automate reminders if you need to. Because proactive finance management gives you choices. And choices are the foundation of sustainability. Once structure is in place, the next move is refinement. A lot of freelancers get stuck because they stay in generalist for hire mode. And the problem isn't capability, it's operational drag. When you do everything for everyone, you're constantly context switching, your marketing becomes vague, your delivery becomes inconsistent, and you end up taking work that drains you just to keep momentum. So, niche down and position strategically. Think in terms of 3 overlapping circles. what clients pay for, what you're genuinely good at, and what you can do repeatedly without hating your life. That overlap is your sweet spot. Niching down makes everything easier. Your messaging, your processes, your referrals, and your confidence. You stop being an order taker. You become a specialist. And the next evolution from there is crucial. Productize your services. Because custom work for every client is a burnout engine. Productized services are packaged offers with defined outcomes. Clear deliverables, clear boundaries, clear timelines. They're easier to sell, easier to deliver, and easier to refer. Examples are things like a fixed scope website build, a monthly content retainer, a UX audit with a defined report and recommendations. To create them, document your process properly. Discovery, milestones, feedback loops, handoff. Then build templates around it. Proposals, contracts, reports, onboarding steps. The goal is to move from selling time to selling outcomes. Because when you sell outcomes, you build resilience. And you gain the ability to delegate parts of delivery later without breaking the experience. Now, pricing. Price strategically based on value delivered. Hourly rates cap income, and they cap perceived authority. Value pricing is about anchoring fees to outcomes and impact. What does your work change for the client? Revenue? Conversion? Retention? Confidence? Reduced workload? Reduced risk? Use proof, case studies, testimonials, metrics, before and after comparisons, and track your own history. Which projects had the best margins? Which clients were easiest to work with? Which services created the best outcomes? Then adjust accordingly. Raising your rates isn't just about earning more, it's about filtering leads, attracting clients who respect your process, and building a business that can afford better tools, better systems, and better decisions. Now we scale, but properly. Scaling doesn't mean work more. Scaling means increasing output without multiplying hours. And that comes down to two levers: delegation and automation. Start with high friction, low value tasks. The repetitive admin that steals attention. Invoicing, scheduling, onboarding steps, status updates. Automate what you can. Calendar scheduling, invoice sending, reminders, basic dashboards. Then delegate one recurring task, just one. Record your screen as you do it. Turn that into a simple SOP, and use that as the training asset for a VA or contractor later. Over time, the compounding effect is massive. You move from being the doer to the orchestrator. Next, resilience. Diversify income and clients. Over-reliance on one or two clients is a trap. It feels safe until it isn't. Diversification isn't about scattering your focus, it's about building stability through variety. Start by mapping what you currently depend on. Are you overexposed to one sector, one buyer type, one service? Then add revenue streams that build on what you already do. Retainers, maintenance, recurring packages, templates, toolkits, things that fit your existing systems. And keep onboarding standardized per offer, so diversification doesn't become chaos again. Partnerships can help here too. Collaborations with complementary freelancers or agencies can open new markets while sharing risk and workload. Then there's learning. Invest in continuous learning. In a digital-first economy, tools and expectations change quickly. Treat learning like a business function, not a side hobby. Block time for it. Track outcomes from it. Did the new skill improve delivery speed? Did it win a higher value project? Did it improve your workflow? And stay connected to communities, not just for trends, but for accountability, feedback, and opportunities. Finally, an important one, focus on freedom, not just money. Because the point isn't to build a business that traps you. Sustainable growth means designing a business that supports your life. Set boundaries around availability. Define communication rules. Protect deep work time. Review your client roster regularly. Sometimes you sprint, sometimes you consolidate. The business should adapt to your seasons, not punish you for having them. Everything we've covered so far works best when one thing changes. You stop being reactive. Most freelancers start out reactive. Say yes to everything, respond to everything, firefight constantly. And it makes sense at the beginning because inconsistency feels scary. But chaos isn't a badge of honor, it's a signal. A proactive mindset means you design your business deliberately around your strengths, your standards, and your long-term goals. You curate engagement instead of collecting them. You set boundaries without guilt. You invest in systems, even when you're busy, because that's what reduces busyness later. And you create space to think about the business, not just work in it. This also changes how clients see you. When you're proactive, you're no longer just a service provider, you become a strategic partner. Now, here's the deeper shift. Treat freelancing as a defined service business, not ad hoc gigs, not work when it comes in. Defined services, clear offers, standard onboarding, transparent pricing, repeatable delivery. That predictability benefits clients and it benefits you. And then you build systems like a resilience multiplier. Systems aren't rigidity, they're freedom, they absorb shocks, they reduce errors, they make delegation possible, they let you step away without everything collapsing. And when you treat burnout as a system failure, not a personal flaw, you gain power. Because you can change systems, you can redesign workflows, you can adjust client mix, you can refine offers, you can build feedback loops. That's long-term resilience. So if you're currently in freelance chaos, the way out isn't working harder. It's building structure, refining your offers, scaling with intention, and shifting your mindset from reactive to proactive. Systemise. Package outcomes. Automate and delegate. Diversify. Keep learning. Protect freedom. Because the freelancers who thrive aren't the ones who hustle the hardest, they're the ones who build a business that can hold them up. Thank you for watching.